Hey guys, it's Pam Plays Games. Welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV. We just left off with finishing Copperbell Mines, and I came back here, and now I have to go turn it in. I don't know why I'm going to... It's fine. I will at some point get the quest to go to the Golden Saucer, which is what that well-heeled youth is about. But for right now, I need to go back to... I'll probably do that off camera. Well, maybe I'll do it on... Yeah, I mean, at some point. It's basically just a lot of, here's the Golden Saucer, and here's all the stuff you can do in it. It's a gambling aspect of this game. So, as you can see, we are turning in this quest, but there's something else going on with Painted Mesa here. Actually, it's not really with him, but... the Conqueror of Copperbell returns. Thanks to you, our mining operations can resume, and Ulda will have the materials she needs to rebuild. The entire nation's in your debt, friend. I'll share the good tidings with Papashan the next time I see him. As for you, you'll want to report to Momodi. It'll do the woman well to see you alive and in one piece. No! Shut your mouth, you thieving little swine. You stole from me. Don't even think to deny it. But please, sir, I didn't steal nothing. I bought this, paid for it with me own coin. What rot. You refugees are all the same. Couldn't afford maggoty mole meat, much less a choice cut of dodo. I'm going to say it one more time. Give back what you stole, or I'll make you wish you never set foot in this town. By rights, I should turn you over to the Brass Blades, you know. Help keep the streets safe for law-abiding citizens. But I'm a reasonable man. If you agree to serve me in whatever capacity I require, the authorities needn't hear of your crime. In case you needed any further convincing that this guy's a piece of shit. But I ain't done nothing wrong. 12 is me witness. Please, adventurer, help me, I beg ye. I swear on me mother's grave I didn't steal nothing. I bought this with the coin I'd saved. I only wanted to treat me children to a decent meal. And this is why we are the Warrior of Light. We are a good person. And who the hell are you when you're at home? This dog's master? I've had enough of this murmurous farce. You lot, teach him a lesson. So now we have this little encounter to deal with, but of course this guy's not really going to be an issue. I'll take care of this. The rest of you can watch. Not bad for an adventurer. I should have stopped at the 7th ale. Stop bloody gawping at me. Give me a hand, will ye? Bugger, bugger, bugger. Yeah, they're not too much trouble. The other two have much less HP. And of course, you always take down the healer first. That is the first rule of combat. Everyone else was sure not happy to stand around and watch me. Not much help, though. I ain't getting paid enough for this. Hey, where the hells do you think you're going? Thank ye, kind adventurer. Thank ye thrice over. Oh, what's happening here? It's the thing again. So this is a good bit of backstory showing all of the refugees that are camping outside the gates of Ul'dah. I'd swear there were more refugees than when I last looked. And you wouldn't be mistaken. But it's been 5 years since the calamity. Why are they only coming here now? It's simple, really. While a number of hamlets survived the immediate aftermath of the calamity, many were no longer able to support their communities. The residents found their lands had either been rendered barren or cut off from trade routes, and problems like those aren't easily solved. Though they tried to make the best of it, it was only a matter of time before they were forced to abandon their homes and seek a new life in the city. And just to remind you, it's been 5 years since the calamity, so this is not a new problem, but it's continued to be an issue. I see. But the calamity affected the whole realm, didn't it? Is the same thing happening in the other cities? If the talk is true, yes. Though perhaps our situation is more pronounced. Ul'dah has a reputation for being prosperous, so it's natural that the refugees would try their luck here first. My heart goes out to them, it truly does, but I'd be lying if I said that I wasn't apprehensive. I hope their presence doesn't foment lawlessness in the city. Well, if things do take a turn for the worse, we always have the immortal flames. I dare say the brass blades would welcome their help. The heroes who fought the Garlean Empire patrolling the streets for riffraff? It may well come to that. Impoverished and desperate as they are, you may be sure that some of the refugees will turn to crime. You know what this place is like. If you've no coin, you've no hope. What will become of our city? Not all refugees are bad, mind you. Some are able to find employment and lead honest lives. Dodo tenderloins. Get your dodo tenderloins. Guaranteed cheapest in Thanalan. Thank you for your custom, madam. Please come again. Looking around, you'd think that Ul'dah was well on its way to recovery. But peer through the veil of prosperity, and you'll see no end to the misery and suffering. Sir, are you all right? What now? You mean to threaten a defenseless citizen? Hey, look who's hiding in the back there. What? Saw her buy that meat, you say? That's absurd. Aye, as did I. Leave the poor woman alone, you damnable vulture. Who said that? What? There's nobody there. Nobody at all. Except, she's still there. I will overlook this, but just this once. Like you've got the authority to do anything about it, you asshole. Gods bless you, adventurer. If you hadn't come along when you did, who knows what that monster might have done. Don't bear thinking about. Ooh, 17 whole experience points from that. Wow. I'm moving up in the world. Case closed. Hello again. We've been keeping a close eye on you ever since you left Gridania. You discharged your duty as envoy impeccably, and never once faltered in the face of myriad dangers. But more importantly, you were always ready to help those in need, even if you didn't stand to earn a guild by doing so. You are possessed of all the qualities we seek in an adventurer. Of this we are convinced. Even if you were kind of dragged into that business with the dodo meat. Yes, thank you, Ida. And then there is the matter of your gift. I dare say you are curious as to the nature of that vision you bore witness to moments ago. Well, we can help you to understand it. You're not the only one with that power, you know. We have a friend who has it too, and we'd love for you to meet her. And meeting her is only the beginning, for we would also have you lend your strength to our cause. In return, we should be glad to assist your adventuring endeavors in whatever way we are able. Should you decide to take us up on our offer, and I sincerely hope you will, pray speak with Momodi. The proprietress of the Quicksand is a good friend of ours. She will tell you where to find us. Wait a minute, we haven't told you the name of our order. We're the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, Defenders of Justice. Oh, but don't tell anyone, except for Momodi. She knows already. Now, that encounter differs slightly depending on which city you start out in, because if you start out in Ul'dah, and that'll be Thaumaturge, Gladiator, and I can't remember what other job starts here, but you meet Thancred, and then if you start out in Limsa, you meet Y'shtola, who are people that we will run into soon enough, because we're going to go talk to Momodi about this. Scenes like that are becoming ever more common, I'm afraid. Don't worry, though. If you work hard, you'll probably be all right. Saying that, if you ever find yourself in a spot of bother, come and see me. Just don't go pestering me every time you graze your knee, eh? Of course, I do enjoy hearing tell of gentlemen's woes with the women folk from time to time. Why am I suddenly giving her an English accent? I don't know. That's basically the same spiel you get from her if you start out in Ul'dah. Ah, Galvin, sorry to keep you waiting. I was just providing guidance for fresh off the carriage adventurer. But gods, it's good to see you safe and well. To look at you, no one would ever guess you'd been hard at it with giants in the dark. Let's just keep moving. You're every only adventurer Mion said you'd be, Galvin. The station master will be overjoyed when he hears the news. Oh, before I forget, there's a lass here who wants a word with you. Didn't actually know your name, but hearing the description, I knew who she meant right away. Ah, it's Edda. Thank you for sparing the time. I realize you don't know me, but I've been longing to speak with you for a while now. My name is Edda. I'm an adventurer like you, though I'm not very good at being one, if truth be told. Anyway, I was adventuring with my friends in Gridania when... I'm sorry, we were in Gridania when the leader of our party was killed. His name was Avir, and he and I were to be wed in the spring. You may not remember him, but to say that he remembered you would be an understatement. He would sing your praises from dawn to dusk. He saw you for what you are, you see, an adventurer's adventurer, and swore that he'd be like you one day. I believe that he would have succeeded had a fiend not robbed him of the chance. Since that day I've thought long and hard about giving up adventuring. But when I think of the man you are, of all that you've achieved, I find that I'm inspired, just as Avir once was. So I've decided to start again as an adventurer. I will go back to the village of my birth and begin my training anew. But I wanted to meet you first, to ask you your name. Galvin Rendever, I shan't forget. Thank you, Galvin Rendever. I pray that we will meet again. Fare you well. Adventuring can be a cruel bleeding business. Time was I didn't know why anyone would bother. When they first asked me to take charge of the guild here, I didn't want aught to do with you lot. Thought it'd be a right pain in the arse to look after you all. But against my better judgment, I decided to accept the post, and I'm full glad I did. I feel privileged to be part of your lives. And that goes double for yours, Galvin. Eh? What did you say? You want to know about the Scions of the Seventh Dawn? They're beginning to move in earnest, then. Listen, Galvin, the Scions ain't no ordinary folk, and the work they do ain't ordinary work. I know full well how capable you are, but even you would think twice about attempting some of the stuff they do. Knowing that, if you're still certain you want to get involved, I'll tell you what I can. This game really has a lot of talking. So you want to know more then, do you? Well, ain't that a surprise. I swear, if I painted certain death on one door and limitless wealth on the other, 9 out of 10 adventurers would go through the first, and the other bloke wouldn't be able to choose on account of being Ul'dah. Anyway, don't say I didn't warn you. first of all, if you're wondering whether you can trust these Scions of the Seventh Dawn, you can. They're good people who've made it their mission to solve some of Eorzea's most pressing problems. Of course, that ain't no small task, and they're always looking for dependable individuals to join them. Individuals like you, Galvin. Now, I've been given leave to tell you where to find the Scions, but you must promise to keep this information to yourself. As you can probably imagine, it's something Eorzea's enemies would very much like to know. The Scions are headquartered in Vesper Bay, out in western Thanalan. The place you're looking for is called the Wakened Sands. Give your name to whoever's at the entrance, and you'll be let in. You're a man in demand, Galvin, and the days ahead promise to be busy, but I hope you won't forget about them as helped you make you into the adventurer you are. Drop in and tell them how you're faring from time to time, you hear? Right, well, I've said my piece. Off you go. Okay, so I'm going to do this. She did give me, or no, I don't have the things yet. I will get some tickets that will make it easier to get to Vesper Bay from here. Vesper Bay, my God. I really just should not talk. We're going to take a Chocobo Porter to Horizon because it's faster than running. Now, the Chocobo thing, like when I started playing, it was like, oh yes, get every Chocobo Porter you see, because as you start out in the game, you don't have a mount or anything, and it's very slow going through each area. So it's just like, okay, yeah, let's do this. It'll save a minute. It only costs 15 gil or whatever. It's so much cheaper than the teleporting everywhere, and I like the chance to just relax for a minute and let it run for me. I was watching a friend streaming this, and it was like they just didn't even notice them. I'm going, come on, get the Chocobo. Because I used to play World of Warcraft, and so you'd get every flight point. As soon as you got to new area, the first thing you did, get the flight point. And here I'm like, get the Chocobo Porter, get the Aetheryte. Once you start getting, a decent stash of gil, you don't really have to worry about the thing, because the Aetherites are generally pretty conveniently placed and make it very easy to get all around, except for the one in Vesper. There is not an Aetherite in Vesper Bay. So, like, I've taken the Chocobo from Horizon to Vesper Bay more times than I can count. But this first time you have to run, unless you have a friend to carry you on a mount, like a 2-person mount. You're just going to have to run it. But I like this, I like being able to, like, see the first glimpse of a new area with my own eyes, with like actually being able to take the time to look around. Like, there's all this stuff from old, probably from Baladia, previous dynasties of Uul. There's just like, and the scenery is really cool to see. The lighting, everything. You get to kind of take the whole area in for the first time. And you'll never get that moment again. So I feel like it's important to savor it. These narrow passages used to be a lot longer, apparently, in 1.0. They changed a lot of things for the better, including the area maps in general. The area maps were like these labyrinthine mazes that were practically impossible to understand, let alone get around in, because stuff would be above or below, and you would have no way of knowing how to get to it. We are going to pause and get Sweargeim's quests here. I'm not going to read all this, but basically she's going to show me about dying and glamours, which glamours are the true end game in this game. So she wants drinks. We have to get drinks for her. Oh, somebody, no, thank you. Yes, I'm declining it. I'm not looking at it. a lot of people will send free company invites without any warning, um, or talking to you at all. They're just like, I really hate it. I just hate it so much because I'm like, why should I join your free company? What you've given me nothing to make me, no incentive. But also, this character is, I only play him when I'm recording, so like maybe once a week, and it's not like that kind of activity is enjoyed in a free company. They really kind of want you active. So no, I'm not going to join you. Okay, so that's all. Dyeing your gear is very easy to do. I don't tend to do it too much. You get a lot of color things, pots of color, as quest rewards, especially for side quests. And a lot of them are quite garish. Like her outfit isn't what I would call perfect either. But like I could probably dye this tunic I'm wearing if I wanted to. Oh, also there's new stuff. Yes, glamour dressers, true endgame. Like I said, can I dye this actually? Oh, I can. So this is how you dye stuff. You need obviously you need the dye. Like I could make it pink because I have a pot of rose pink now. If you have it, then there won't be an X. The bone white. Actually, let's do that. Yeah. And that is how you dye something. I know it doesn't look that different, but it's a little bit. Anyway, let me pause to what I should have done before is repair my gear. Dyeing is a great way to just color coordinate your outfits. It can really bring a different look to kind of even common gear. I had an outfit for my main once, for my bard, because, and I don't know how it happened, but it was just like, it just somehow ended up being all blues, and I really liked it. In fact, I ended up drawing it because I liked it so much. I don't think I even have that glam anymore. Deep in the desert of my heart, a lonely flower blooms, yearning for the heavens above to quench my thirst for you. I don't know what she's singing. I'm not trying to make up the song. Wah! You saw nothing. I would thank you not to sneak up on me like that. Now, please be advised that this is private property. Unless you have pertinent business here, I must ask you to... But I do have business here. Here at the behest of Ida and Papa Limo? My sincerest apologies. May I please have your name? There's going to be so much talking. I'm already upset. Galvin Rendever. Ah, here you are. Ahem. I bid you welcome to the Waking Sands, headquarters of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. My name is Tataru, and I look forward to assisting you during your time with us. The antecedent is within the Solar. I shall let her know to expect you. The Solar. Is not what I said. We will be coming here often. So many times. Pray return to the Waking Sands became a meme. And to the point where there was an actual fate later on in Shadowbringers that riffed off of it. I take it you are Galvin Randever. Tataru sent word that you had arrived. Lady Minfilia has eagerly awaited your coming. This way, if you please. Let's see. Oh, I'll do these. Oh, I was gonna take his goggles off. Oh well. You know what? I'm just gonna let her talk.
私はミンフィリア、この暁の決命の名手です。待ってたわ。こちらへどうぞ。悪いようにはしないから安心して。 いろいろ聞きたいことはあると思うけど、まずは私たち暁の血盟について説明した方がいいかしらね。私たち暁の血盟は国家間の垣根を越えてエウルゼア全土で活動している団体です。私たちの目的は一つ、神々に愛されし地、このエウルゼアを救済すること。そのためにエウルゼア、いえ、世界が抱える脅威である蛮神問題の解決に向けて取り組んでいます。この暁の血盟にはあなたと同じ不思議な力を持つ人が何人かいるの。この不思議な力にはいくつか種類があるのだけれど、あなたはこれまでにこんな経験をしたことがないかしら。ノイズのような感覚、何かに吸い込まれるような感覚、まるで幻のように浮かび上がる風景。それこそがあなたの能力、精神の壁を越え相手を見ることができる超える力よ。超える力は言葉の壁を超える力、心の壁を超える力、そして幻のごとく過去を見ることができる時間の壁を超える力。さすがに過去が見えるだけで相手と会話したり結果を変えたりなんてことはできないわ。様々な能力の中でもこの超える力は特殊なもの。あなたはその中でも強い力を持つ。ただこの力は自分で発動をコントロールできないところが悩ましいのよね。そう、私もあなたと同じ力、その超える力の能力者の一人よ。さて本題よ。私たちの目的、エオルゼアの救済のためには蛮神問題の解決が不可欠。そのためには国家、組織、種族、言葉、それに主義や思想、あらゆる壁を越えた対策をしなくてはならない。そこであなたの力が必要になる。私たち暁の血盟に協力してほしいの。あなたの能力、超える力は蛮神への切り札ともなるもの。蛮神問題を解決するため、世界を救うために必要な力よ。あなたがエオルゼアを歩く冒険者として何を求め、何になりたいのか。でもこの先も冒険者として生きるためにはもっとエオルゼアを知る必要があるでしょ。そしてそのエオルゼアには蛮神問題がある。
Yeah.
私たちと行動して蛮神問題を追うことはエオルゼアを知るのに最も近道だと思うわ。
Naturally, your aid will not go unrewarded. We are fortunate to have a number of influential allies, and at a word from me, they will gladly afford you certain privileges that might otherwise be denied you. The right to employ retainers, for example. Are you familiar with them? They are individuals who may be relied upon to manage your assets and belongings on your behalf. The papers you requested, my lady. Thank you, Tataru. The pleasure is mine, my lady. By way of a welcoming gift, I've taken the liberty of adding your name to the retainers registry. As of now, you are entitled to employ the services of a retainer. You will need to consult a retainer vocate regarding the particulars of this arrangement. But believe me when I say that retainers will prove invaluable to you in your adventuring endeavors. Let this gesture serve as evidence of our commitment to do all in our power to facilitate your personal objectives. In return, we ask that you aid us to the fullest extent of your talents. A mutually beneficial relationship, I am sure you will agree, and one which serves the greater good besides. Well, that was a veritable lecture, was it not? Forgive me, but it is important that all concerned are aware of what is expected of them. Now you know our purpose and what we can offer you. I invite you to consider joining us. When you have come to a decision, you may tell me without fear of censure. Of course, if you say no, that's the end. There'd be no more game. In good faith, I shall entrust you with our order's password, which our members use to reach one another when afield. It is Wild Rose. Pray keep it safe. Okay, I'm going to end this episode here, and we will continue next time with the further induction into the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. I forgot to speak with Severian. Oh well. Anyway, thank you for watching. I hope to see you next time. Have a good day and take care. Bye.